Now, a few weeks ago in our old studio, Palesa got to chat to the team at Standard Bank Insurance Brokers about whether life insurance, funeral cover or credit life is the right one for you. Which one is it? Check this out.
If you want to protect your future and get rock-solid insurance in place, but not quite sure whether life insurance, funeral cover or credit life is right for you, then we've got you sorted. Joining us this afternoon to take us through these options is Elaine Markus, the Head of Life Propositions and Strategy for Standard Bank Insurance Brokers. Welcome back.
Thanks, Palesa.
Now, Elaine, please may you break down some of these covers for us. I mean, what is the difference between life insurance, funeral plan or cover, and credit life?
So they each cover a very different need, Palesa. For example, a funeral plan, it's for just that. It's for a funeral and the cost of a funeral. And typically a funeral plan pays out within a couple of days, so it's very quick, not just to take the policy up, but also the claims process is quick. Whereas a credit life cover is intended to help you service your debts should anything happen to you. Should you pass away, for example, it would pay off your debt. If you become disabled or you're retrenched, it will help you service the debt and pay your monthly installments. And a life insurance policy, on the other hand, typically has a lot higher cover amounts, and therefore the process to qualify for life insurance is a lot more involved. So there's medical exams, for example, and sometimes people think, you know what, I have a life insurance policy, why do I need credit life? But I go back to the point that they're all for very different purposes. And the last thing you want is for your life policy, which you really take to leave a legacy and make sure if you're not there anymore, your family are well taken care of. You don't want that to be used to pay for your debt. And at Standard Bank Insurance Brokers, we actually have a variety of life cover, from funeral plan to credit life, as well as life policies that customers can select from. And customers also have the flexibility to then tailor-make the different cover towards their specific and individual needs.
Now, are there overlaps when it comes to the benefits of these different policies?
I'm going to say yes and no. Yes, because they all would cover death, for example. The funeral covers death and towards the cost of your funeral. And the credit life would cover it if you should pass away to pay off your debt. And a life insurance policy, typically people buy life insurance policies to make sure that they leave a legacy and that their family is taken care of. Should something happen to them, their family can still afford to live the same standard of life they did prior to the person passing.
Absolutely. But Elaine, does this flexibility then extend to credit life as one's debt decreases?
Certainly. So a credit life policy typically is priced on the outstanding balance. So as you pay off your loan, your balance reduces, and so the premium you pay towards that would decrease.
But Elaine, for someone like myself, I mean, I've got no dependents. I like to say I don't even have a plant to water. Is it still important for someone like me to take up a policy like life insurance?
Absolutely, Palesa. Typically, a younger person usually pays less for life insurance, but that's not the only reason. I mean, you know, the one minute you're young and free without plants and dogs and cats, and the next minute you're married with 2.5 kids, you know, and so life changes and life evolves, and you've got to plan early to make sure you cater for the changes in your life. You have parents who would have to carry cost of a funeral for you, for example. So you may want to start small as a young person. You may want to start with just a funeral policy, for example, or a low-level life product, and build it up as you graduate in life. But also, you know, you want to buy a new car, you want a house, so you would want to think about credit life insurance for that. So yes, definitely, as a young person, it's critical for you to think about life insurance.
How can someone safeguard themselves against long-term insurance fraud?
As individuals, there's a lot we can do. There's identity theft, for example, and it's up to you to make sure your ID and your driver's license and your bank account statements are not laying around for everybody to find. Copies are not just, laying around for people to get a hold of, because they use that information and they can open up a policy in your name. If for example, your neighbor's ill, and has a couple of months to live, get your hands on that, take out a policy on their lives, and that's fraud, because, you have no insurable interest on that person's life. So an individual really does have a lot of power to prevent fraud.
It seems as if we just have to kind of make sure that we covered ourselves to be able to safeguard those around us, whether it is life, funeral, or credit life. Thank you so much, Elaine, for stopping by Afternoon Express and breaking down these covers for us.
Pleasure.
Now, if you need more guidance on what insurance cover is best for you, then reach out to the Standard Bank Insurance Broker team, and they gladly assist you. You can visit them at standardbank.co.za or call them up on 0860 123 999. Standard Bank Insurance Brokers may help you save time and money by protecting what matters most to you. For business and personal insurance, visit standardbank.co.za for more information.